Top of the morning, Coach Jack Daniels at the Boxers Trainers Channel. And this morning, before we dive into some boxing, I have a footnote, right? It's kind of interesting. It is pertaining to Stephen A. Smith. Um, Stephen A. Smith is on a collision course with Devin Haney, right? And it seems like he believes that, quote unquote, he's not a big name. Those are the words of Stephen A. Smith. Now, in my opinion, I think that it should be considered before we get off into tearing Stephen A. Smith up, right? That Stephen A. Smith, in my opinion, is a casual boxing fan, right? He's not the type that we should consider as being adamant about boxers, as is the case with the people that get in the ring and fight. Those cats are adamant in what they do. Their professions are fighting and boxing, right? That's what they make a living on, right? So you have to say or think that they are adamant in their profession. So, and I say that Stephen A. Smith should not be looked at as a adamant, follower of boxing based on the things that he projects and comes out of his mouth, right? For instance, he said again that Devin Haney isn't a big name. Now, if you know Devin Haney, like I know Devin Haney, right? And if you follow Devin Haney from day one when he became a professional, I'm speaking of when he came up out of Mexico and started his undefeated process, which he maintains today at, what is it, 33-0, right? Now, that's not enough to say that what Stephen A. Smith said, right? That I didn't give you enough to solicit to the fact that, hey, Devin the Dream Haney is actually a superstar boxer, right? He has all the accolades necessary in that he was first the WBC lightweight champion of the world. He became the undisputed lightweight champion of the world as his his profession progressed, and he became the WBC junior welterweight champion of the world. And now he is the WBO welterweight champion of the world. Now, the man has built a legacy thus far, right? And he continues down that path when it comes to legacy. So let's be perfectly clear about Stephen A. Smith and his professional opinion about Devin Dream Haney, right? Now, again, Stephen A. Smith is a casual fan. Right? Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with being a casual, right? You have to start somewhere. We all were casuals before we took the approach to put the knowledge necessary before us to become boxing reputables. I'm a reputable. I am reputable, right? I do this because I love it. I do this because I would like to put myself in a position where I am in the know when it comes to boxing. You know what I mean? And I think, all fairness to Stephen A. Smith, that he needs to adopt a better approach to boxing instead of just coming on the air and making elusive, unresponsive comments about people in the sports that have built their reputation in the sport. Devin Haney is one of them. So let's be fair to Stephen A. Smith and say, brother, do some work before you come on and make these salacious accusations about good people in the sport of boxing. Devin Haney happens to be one of the good people in the sport. Rule Garcia. Thank you, brother. Rule Garcia /NQ7CT. Jack, hope all is well. Since you seen you on BE BFTB TV, here to learn from. That's right. That's right. I appreciate that. Shout out to Raul Garcia, man. We do that here, right? We attempt to bring knowledge to the platform, right? Knowledge that y'all would otherwise not be afforded the opportunity to solicit to or bring out of me, right? Look, basically not only in boxing, I'm a historian, right? I've been on the planet 76 years, right? So I've been in a lot of stuff, right? I've been around a lot of people. I've been in a part of politics, right? Especially like city government. You know what I mean? I have people in city government right now that are still functioning in that capacity. Older people, right? But they know city government, as is the case with I know city government. And I will say this: the Trump administration, right, has a very bad outlook on the people, right? I mean, Donald Trump and his administration elicits and alleges that they're in the best interest of the people. I cannot, in fairness to that administration, say that's true. In fact, that isn't true because everything Donald Trump and his administration does is not in the best interest of people. Since you brought this to the forefront, the people brought this to the forefront. Let me say this: Donald Trump is about to engage in a war with Iran. Now, I know there are people that hear what I say that are for Donald Trump. That's okay. But at the end of the day, let me say this: Donald Trump, like the elites before him, right, believe that it's okay to go off into another country and strip them of their resources. This is what This is all about when it comes to warmongering, right? It's something that they want. Donald Trump says that he wants to shut down their proliferation program, right? Now, let me say this to anybody with any common sense, right? Now, we have a proliferation um, program, right? We have all the nuclear ambitions in the world. We do, the United States, right? So why shouldn't other countries, at their realm, be able to do the same thing to defend their country? This is what United States have proliferation for, to protect the integrity of this country. So why in the hell is it okay for another country to proliferate weapons to defend themselves against countries, not just the United States, that are bullies? The United States of America has always been that bully mentality. Now, look, don't even go there with me, you guys, right? Because a lot of the things that I say, you guys probably have a bad taste in your mouth for. But the fact of the matter is, I speak the truth. You know what I mean? This is not just something that I woke up this morning. I'm saying I'm gonna go in and challenge the United States. I'm gonna go in and challenge Donald damn Trump is a moron. He doesn't have the sense that God gave him. And if you can't weave through all that garbage and consider the same thing, man, look, I just feel sorry for you. You know what I mean? Nothing personal. Let me get off this. Let me get off this and get into some boxing, right? Because this is what I'm really here for. But again, this channel is basically multidimensional: politics, boxing, social events, fishing. As a matter of fact, I can't do it right now. Wait a minute. Maybe, just maybe, I wanted to share something with you in reference to what I do. If I can pull this up, it's amazing. It is amazing. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I can't get a close up. Yes, I can. Yeah, I can. Can you see that, people? Can you see those little things there? Can you see that? Those are chicks. Those are chicks. I have chicks on the property, right? I Last year I took the liberty and created a chicken coop. Can you see it? No, you can't really see it. It's in a can't really see it. Yeah, and extended it, right, and made it a little more comfortable for the chicks, right. What I'm saying is, if you're in a position, right, to be self-sufficient, it wouldn't be a bad idea, right. And if I was younger, I would advance that idea, right. Put some cows, some goats, right. I just don't think I can handle all that, right? I mean, I do a lot around here. 17 acres on this property, right? And I do a lot to keep it up, right? At 76 years of age, right? That's pretty damn good. But the fact of the matter is we should all try to be self-sufficient. And it took me until I got older to realize that. But let's talk about Sunday night. Claressa Shields, the GOAT of female boxing versus Franchon Crew Dezurn, right? This is for Shields' heavyweight championship title. In that division, she is equally the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, right? Claressa Shields is one of those females, right, that actually pursues greatness. Whatever she does, she is multi-division. No, she's multi gold medalist at the Olympics, right? She's multi-dimensional. She has two medals as a gold as an Olympian, right? She also is. Let me do better than that. Okay. Claressa Shields is 30 years of age. She's 5'8" with a 68.1-inch arm reach. She's a right-hander. 17 wins, 3 by knockout, no losses, never been stopped, no draws. Okay. Just like Torrance Bud Crawford, Claressa Shields is undisputed in 3 weight classes. Super middleweight, middleweight, and heavyweight, right? She has held 4 major titles, WBC, WBA, IBF, and the WBO, all at the same time in 3 weight classes, establishing her as a dominant multi-division champion. She was also, I mentioned that, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, right? The girl has did things in the sport that men haven't done. And I looked at her the other day, working the pads, right? And she has took a lot of heat by saying that she thinks and believes that she can beat Keith Thurman. Now I was watching her on those pads, right? And the thing that really caught my attention was the impact of her punch off her back foot to the pad was like a man. Nothing personal, no disrespect intended. But she was actually hammering that pad like a man. And it brought me back to what I just got saying. She oftentimes said that she believes, and Keith Thurman took offense to this as well, right? She oftentimes says she believes that she can whoop Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? And now, again, nothing personal. Shout out to BET Boxing, my man. Shout out to the brother, right? So I oftentimes thought after I saw her working on those pads that do I actually think she will whoop Keith Thurman? And I'm saying to you guys in this chat that that's a possibility because that sister, Claressa Shields ain't no small woman, right? And that she is great enough to be able to put together, you know what I mean? That the hands versus the foot to push off the back foot to create momentum for the punch. To make the punch have some impact. Man, I'm going to question whether Claressa Shields could possibly whoop Thurman. Keith Thurman. I get kind of fired up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta start doing that, right? Because it takes me out of sorts. But that's just my love for the sport. But I still gotta, what I'm saying, tone it down some, right? I lose my focus, and then I can't do that on the air, man. That's not good. That's not very professional. And I got to keep this professional, right? So back to Claressa Shields, right? But Franchon Crew Dezurn, that is a peculiar name, right? 38 years of age, she's 5'8" with a 72-inch arm reach. She's a right-hander, 10 wins, 2 knockouts, 2 losses. Never been stopped no draws, right? Now this is, if I'm not mistaken, one of those losses was to Claressa Shields. I think this is their second engagement in the ring, right? And I think that one of those losses was to Claressa, and I'm almost certain that this is the second attempt at trying to get those belts from Claressa Shields. But what I'm saying, at the end of the day, this is going to be a magnificent fight, and I implore you guys, you know what I'm saying, man, look, in boxing, especially when it comes to the female core, right? They don't really get enough support. Boxing, sees them, but they don't see them, right? And they put in the same type of work, to get to the top. Same way, but I think Alicia Baumgardner is making some inroads in the boxing, which is a good thing because they don't get the proper respect that's necessary to be considered as a part of the boxing range, right? They don't get that love like the men get, and I think that's not fair. No, if you love boxing, you love all of it. Right. So what say you guys in the chat? I mean, what do you think about the females not getting the same support as the men? Yeah, but we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna leave that for the comments. I was trying to give you guys the opportunity to jump in there so we can have some conversation. But you know what I'm saying, I'm cool with that for the moment, right? But we have to start engaging, man. In fact, I'm gonna start opening up these lines next week, right? To give you guys the opportunity to, you know what I'm saying? Let's debate. Do some debating, right? Debating is good for the soul. And I mean, that's how I became the type of person I am when it comes to politics, right? And boxing, right? I have to go through the school of engaging, you know what I mean, with people, with knowledgeable people. And hard too, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, my wife wants to go out. I'm going because she wants to go. And I think that is one of the things men that are married and women should do to keep the home happy. That being said, man, hit that subscription button, hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, and let me know if you guys think that women are treated fairly in boxing. That being said, I love you guys. Later.